Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. The devastation caused by the floods continues, and right now there seems to be a race to show who is doing more service. But the point is, it shouldn't just stop there. It would be good if there was a competition to see who does more service, because that would definitely benefit the flood-affected people. However, the main focus now seems to be on which campaign is better and how it is being conducted. In any case, the Punjab government has taken a step further by imposing a ban on any assistance that isn't under their banner. So, they are blocking other organizations from helping the flood-affected people. Restrictions are being put in place. I will provide you with more details on this. Today, there was a hearing for Imran Khan's cases, but that was also postponed. I will also update you on that and, in addition, tell you about Ali Makan's conversation today. There was an earthquake last night in both Afghanistan and Pakistan, especially in Afghanistan, where the epicenter was located. A lot of destruction occurred there, and I will also update you on that. There's a lot to cover in this vlog. I request you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's start with the current situation of the flood-affected areas. You know that most of the districts in Punjab are currently facing floods and people are dealing with huge problems. The main focus right now is on the rescue operations first and then on where to relocate the people. After the rescue, the priority is to provide food, medicine and fodder for the animals. These things are top priorities. Once the floodwaters subside, the extent of the damage will be estimated and then compensation can be planned for the affected people. At the moment, everyone is trying to help the flood victims. It's worth praising Pakistanis for their charitable spirit. Whenever natural disasters occur, Pakistanis have always helped with open hearts, and in every way possible they've made sure to help those in need. Pakistan is among the countries where people are very generous when it comes to charity. Now, the chairman of NDMA has officially said that, with the current situation, there is likely to be a disaster in Pakistan every 2 months, so you should mentally prepare yourself. It's not clear when the disasters will stop. God bless us, but disasters seem to keep happening in this country, whether natural or man-made. The brunt of these disasters always falls on the poor people, while the rich remain unaffected. The public has become so used to these calamities that they live with them as a part of daily life. They are accustomed to the fact that disasters strike every now and then. Whether it's floods, earthquakes, smog, or political instability, this country seems to always be in some kind of crisis. We've never had a moment of peace. Sometimes the country faces martial law, sometimes judicial martial law, and sometimes even political instability, like the government being overturned. But despite all this, people are still trying to help. NGOs, private organizations, and even individuals continue to help the victims. This has always been the case. It's not common for governments to stop such efforts, and in fact, they usually facilitate people trying to help. But right now, the situation is different. There are reports from Jang, which is a constituency of Sheikh Waqas Akram, where free medical camps were set up to help the affected people. There were also camps to provide food and water. However, since yesterday, there have been reports that they are facing obstruction. A video was released showing police officers removing their banners and forcing them to close the camps. The authorities have informed them that they can only help if their work is done under the banner of Maryam Nawaz. If someone else is trying to help, they are being blocked from doing so. The opposition party PTI is already at odds with the ruling PMLN, but this kind of politics should not be happening during a natural disaster. Regardless of political affiliations, when disasters occur, everyone should work together. Unfortunately, the reality is that only those associated with the ruling party are allowed to help. For example, Al-Khidmat Foundation, which is a welfare organization linked to Jamaat-e-Islami, has always been very active during natural disasters, no matter what the political scenario is. Even if you don't agree with Jamaat-e-Islami's politics, you have to acknowledge the good work done by the Al-Khidmat Foundation. They're very organized, and they have a strong network that reaches out to the affected people. However, this time, they too are facing difficulties in Punjab. They are not being allowed to set up camps and provide assistance to the people. It's clear now that any help that happens must have Maryam Nawaz's picture on it. The aid will only be allowed under her banner, so that the credit for all the work goes to her. This is very unfortunate. This kind of politics should not take place during a natural disaster. Similarly, reports have come from Gujarat, where Chaudhry Pervez Elahi's family has been trying to provide food to the affected people. However, they too have faced obstacles in reaching out to the public. The government's aim seems to be to stop any other organizations or political parties from helping, so that only the ruling party gets the credit. Today, a notification was issued by the DC of Gujarat, stating that no direct help should be given to the flood victims. The reason given is that they are checking the food for security reasons and ensuring that substandard items do not reach the victims. The intention behind this seems to be to block any political or private organization from providing help directly. This is a very unfortunate situation. Political parties and organizations should work together during disasters to help people, but instead it seems like the main objective is to score political points. Asma Bukhari was very angry today, criticizing the politics of people who use their photos to promote their image. It's sad that people are playing politics even during such a difficult time. The objection is being raised by those who put pictures on top of rice. They put them on toilets. First of all, I don't understand who put pictures on toilets and who saw the picture that made Asma Bukhari Sahib recall this matter. For the sake of argument, let's assume that a political party did it, and since it's often PTI, let's say PTI did it. But even if someone did it, are you implying that just because someone else did something wrong, we can do the same and not be criticized? That's not a valid excuse. You can't justify doing something wrong by pointing to someone else's wrongdoings. If they were wrong in doing it, then why are you doing the same? Now, we've seen this behavior at this level, and every government does some level of publicity. We're not saying PTI didn't do it. They certainly did. But we've never seen the extent of this mental sickness, this level of obsession, before. If you look at people like Murad Ali Shah, Ali Amin Gandapur, or Sarfaraz Bukti, have you seen them put their own pictures on the food they provide, like PTI? No. So the point is that it's clear to everyone that you people have become victims of a kind of madness. And on top of that, you justify it by saying, oh, they did it too. Well, we didn't see them doing it at this level, and even if they did, it was wrong. So why are you doing it now? As for Asma Bukhari Sahib, she's always speaking nonsense. What's the point of discussing her? The point is, this is a regrettable situation. Now they are also targeting journalists who go on the ground and report the actual situation. Many people are reporting that they go and make videos, but there's no relief afterward. Very few people have access to relief. In fact, people are made to wait for hours just because Mariam Nawaz is supposed to come and they need to make a video. So there are a lot of complaints about this. If it were just one or two cases, I might agree that people sometimes create mischief on purpose. But from multiple sources, it's clear that people are facing problems with these videos, TikTok, and your so-called propaganda campaign. But this is how things are going for now. Moving on from all of this, there's a video today that's being widely discussed. The video shows some soldiers of the Pakistani army with a banner of Mariam Nawaz's flood relief camp, which they are placing on a high wall. It seems like it was about to fall, and they are either fixing it or perhaps just putting it up. But from the video, it seems like they are adjusting it. The criticism on this video is substantial. Some people are saying that this is the first time they've seen the army getting involved in political campaigns. The army's job is not to be part of any political party's campaign, and yet we see army personnel putting up banners of political leaders. We've never seen such scenes before. Yes, the army does cooperate with the government of the day, but it should never give the impression that it has become the army of any specific political party. The army should not be seen as an extension of any political party. That's not the army's role. The army is supposed to be neutral and work for the people of the country. If the army starts supporting a particular party's political campaign, that will create doubts about its neutrality. This issue has been raised by many people today. They also pointed out that in the past, Tariq-ul-Qadri had said that Nawaz Sharif wants to turn the army into the Punjab police. What he meant was that Nawaz Sharif wanted to bring the army under his control to the point where it would serve his party's interests, just like the Punjab police serves the ruling family. Now, this situation is being compared to that claim, and people are saying that it seems the army is being used for Mariam Nawaz's political campaign. This is a very problematic video, and the criticism is justified. The army should never be seen as supporting any one political party. It should be seen as the army of the whole country without any political affiliations. On the other hand, some journalists who are close to the establishment are openly claiming on TV that the military establishment hates Imran Khan and will not accept him. These journalists are trying to isolate a political party from the military, so on one hand, you're isolating one party politically, and on the other, you're using the army to promote another party's campaign. This is causing confusion among the public. The army is supposed to be for the people, not aligned with any one political party. But when political preferences start influencing the army, it creates the impression that the army is not neutral, and people begin to question whose side the army is on. Now, many people are also commenting on this video, saying it's just one banner being adjusted, but who knows what went on behind the scenes. Just look at the election results on February 8th. We all know how the results were manipulated. We know how cases are withdrawn from courts when the military is involved. We know how political criminals get bail at airports even when they're abroad. We've seen how Form 47 is manipulated to give a two-thirds majority to some candidates. We've witnessed all of this. I was thinking of writing a book on the miracles of being on the same page, documenting all the impossible things that have happened in Pakistan in miraculous ways. But anyway, that's a reality we all know. We don't need to dwell on it. Moving on, today there was a hearing for Imran Khan's cases, including the Toshakhana case. The hearing has been adjourned as usual. The next date has been set for September 6th. I feel like they'll keep delaying the case, and for now his meetings will be restricted. There was also a request for Imran Khan's medical checkup, and the hearing was supposed to take place today. Additionally, there was a request for bail in the November 26 cases, but all of these requests have been postponed. No hearings took place today. In two of these cases, the judge is on vacation, so hearings couldn't happen. And in the Toshakhana case, no reasons have been given for the delay. They just keep postponing it. This clearly shows that they are giving Imran Khan's cases a break. Whenever his conversations are made public, they don't want to give him any relief. If the case goes to court, they'll have to give him relief, and they don't want to do that right now. Another important point is that today, Halima Khan also spoke publicly outside the court. She talked about the military trials of civilians, which should never happen in any country. Noreen Khan also mentioned it and suggested that a movement should be started against military trials. She said that there should be a campaign because the law to allow appeals against military court sentences still hasn't been made. The Supreme Court had given a 45-day deadline for lawmaking, but more than 90 days have passed and there's still no law. People who have been sentenced by military courts are sitting in jail without the right to appeal because the government hasn't made the necessary laws. Of course, they don't want to make those laws because they want people to stay in jail. I was surprised by this as well. I've said before that PTI should be talking about this issue more forcefully. Today, Salman Akram Raja and Noreen Khan both raised this issue, stating that there should be a movement to address this injustice. They said that people have been given 10-year sentences for things as minor as waving pants, and yet the law to allow appeals hasn't been passed. Halima Khan also pointed out that the severity of the crime should determine the sentence. For things as trivial as waving pants, a 10-year sentence doesn't make sense, and the evidence for these decisions has not been provided. There's a lot of legal uncertainty surrounding these military trials. In addition to this, Halima Khan also spoke about her upcoming meeting with Imran Khan. She said that if the meeting doesn't take place tomorrow, they will sit outside Adiala jail as they've done before. She's always been vocal in her resistance. She said, "The meeting has to happen tomorrow, no matter what." Regarding Imran Khan's health, Halima Khan expressed concern, especially about his eyes. She said that they are worried and that if he has any complaints, he should get an immediate checkup. It's been a long time since he had a proper checkup from his personal physician. Therefore, their concerns are justified, and they are doing their best to ensure his health is properly checked. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.